Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day, yeah. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. You did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, welcome to the Roommates Podcast, everybody. I really like this. I was skeptical at first. I was like, what is this intro? And then it just got better and better. And I was like, well, I'm actually blown away because No Copyright Sounds, usually has that, what I'm hearing right there, that like the same kind of synth sounds and stuff like that. But I like this one. This one is called Try. No, just Try YouTube Music app. Oh, welcome everybody. Happy Monday to you. Nicole is not joining us today. She's not feeling well because, for lack of a better word, she's hungover.
Yep.
Definitely hungover. We went out last night to a karaoke joint and had a blast. It was a lot of fun. But, we had talked about how we weren't drinking that often, and we still haven't been. So when we go out, it's like, oh, yeah, the hangovers are real.
Yep.
Absolutely real. Let me get the show notes going here. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, good thing I had that muted because it just opened up a PewDiePie video. Stop it.
Okay.
Let me get my show notes open so we can start the show. I know you, before you go into Streamlabs, I know I personally had a problem with it too. I think it's something to do with this Windows 10 update that happened, but Streamlabs just doesn't run anymore. I can run it, and what it does is it just becomes a slideshow on my PC and nearly crashes it.
Dang. Yeah, no, with me, so yeah, I was gonna rant a little about Streamlabs. They really angered me today. So we decided
because we use it normally.
Yeah, well, we are using it. We're using Streamlabs OBS, and we decided that we're going to be pushing forward on YouTube only for live streaming, just because there was, for some reason, problems with trying to multi-stream. I never found out why.
I mean, come on, you know why it's happening. It's because you have YouTube doesn't want you restreaming. Period. They're combating that.
I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I don't think that I'm wrong about that.
So we had problems
because it's working now, right? It's live now.
Yeah, we're live now. I can I'm monitoring the chat and all that stuff. For those that are watching live.
It normally doesn't do that.
It hasn't for the last 3 weeks. So
because you're using Restream.
We're all in on YouTube at this point for watching the podcast live.
Yep.
And Streamlabs, has their feature where you log into the service and it hooks into that streaming services features, so it makes it nice so you can have the chat and all this other stuff built in. So I log in, deletes everything. 100%. Every scene, every setting I had, everything vanished.
And you
instantly.
So you updated the program?
No, I just logged in.
That's it.
That's all I clicked log in with YouTube, and it deleted everything. I logged out, didn't bring anything back. So I know Streamlabs has this weird cloud feature where when you log in, it uploads it to the cloud. Well, no, I never had logged in with YouTube before. I had logged in with Twitch, but that's what kind of angers me is, okay, I built out our streaming setup, logged into Twitch, it uploaded it, I guess, or whatever. Okay, fine. I log out of Twitch. Everything's fine. I log in with YouTube, gone. I log out of YouTube on it, still gone. Had to redo everything today in a scramble, so hopefully everything is right.
It all looks the same to me.
I did my best. Hopefully everything sounds the same, looks the same. Those of you listening to this later on, you probably don't care, but those who are watching live, or if you do want to watch live, It is a struggle every week. Something goes wrong every week, it feels like.
Yeah. No, that's true. And we still don't have this one piece of machinery over here working.
Yeah, the noise gate we still got to get figured out. But I mean that's just one of those things where it's a professional piece of audio equipment, so it's not a plug and play simple thing. Like the manual's massive on it. We got to learn it.
No,
so.
I remember when we first started putting this podcast together, and we were like, it's not that much. It's just, a mixer. It's this. Oh no, this entire. We can't show it to you right now, but I mean, like, it is a mess on this table of cables and everything you can imagine.
It is funny, like, how the production shot beyond what we were like. We'll just get a couple cameras, some microphones, podcast, boom. Then we started putting it together, and it's like, we're basically building a miniature studio, and, like, it's nuts, like, how quickly it escalates.
The one thing I really wish we could improve on is well, here's the thing. Whenever you listen to this back, you'll hear the room echo. And whenever you watch it on television or something like that, or, even on your PC, or you're not using headphones, you won't hear that room echo that we have in here. The acoustics is one of the biggest things I would love to improve, but we are going to be moving out of this house in a few months, so there's no reason to dump money into this studio space right now. It's just we don't know what the next dimensions will be and things like that. So
yeah.
And we don't even know if we'll even be here or in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Nicole are trying to figure out what we want to do. I know you're going back to St. Louis regardless.
Yes, I am moving back to St. Louis. My time as a Florida man has come to an end. It's time for me to go back. So,
well, I mean, as far as the podcast goes, it doesn't change. Like, we can still do it remotely.
Yeah, and I'm going to be exploring that well before the move to get it figured out from a technical standpoint. My plan is coming up in the next few weeks for those who watch the video and watch it live. One thing I am going to touch on real quick that I am getting informed from our live chat is that our video is laggy, but the audio is good.
Okay.
So I want to apologize to those watching right now. I can't do anything mid-podcast.
No.
Like, it's just how it is. So we'll get that figured out. But if the audio is good, I hope you enjoy it.
If you want to listen to this, and maybe it's driving you nuts seeing the laggy, you can listen to us on Spotify.
Yes.
Roommates Podcast over there. And also, you can follow us. I know it pops up once in a while, but on Twitter, we do have a Twitter, and it's called Roommates Cast.
Yes.
All together, smashed together. It's like my name on Twitter is Jeff Fabiano. It's at 3 F's in the middle.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, because I'm getting on tangent. We are exploring options of maybe going to Tampa, maybe going to somewhere else. And a lot of it is because I know what will happen, and we'll go back to St. Louis. And we'll be there for a few months. The newness will be great. You'll be like, yeah, we're all hanging out with our friends and our families nearby and stuff like that. But then reality sets in after about 6 months. And you'll go, okay, so now we're back to how it was when we left. In 2016, when we moved down here, we left because we're like, we want to do our own thing. And we got to do that, I know all of us have changed since we came to Florida. We've learned a lot about ourselves. Just when you move out of state from family and friends, it really makes you grow up real fast. But I don't know. And maybe it's time for me and Nicole to get a smaller place, and we don't know where we want to live. I know you want to go back to St. Louis, though.
Yeah, mainly the drive for me wanting to go back is mainly family. Mm-hmm. I miss a lot of friends. I've still kept in contact with mostly everyone, but when I moved down to Florida with you guys, I always knew that it was temporary.
Right.
Well, and I shouldn't say temporary. I knew this wasn't going to be my permanent home. I knew I was going to be heading back to St. Louis at some point.
Right.
And it's been 2 years, and it's just the way things are lining up now feels like the right time to go back.
Yeah. And the whole thing is we don't want to be pressured to go back because, our friends and family really want us to come back home. I get that, but we don't also want to be under the gun because we have to make a solid decision here within the next couple months. It's either like, we find a place immediately. We have to fly to St. Louis, get the place, do all that, and then come back and then move 3 animals and 2 U-Haul worth of shit back. And I just, I don't know. Tampa sounds great. It's just right across the way.
Well, I mean, either way, when you say it feels like we're under the gun, no matter what, we all are. We have 2 months to figure this out. And it's one of those things we've been discussing it for 6 months and then 4 months. And it's like every time we talk about it, we're like, oh, it's coming up. We need to figure this out. It's coming up. We need to figure this out. And then I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah, soon.
Like now. Like things on my end, like things need to start having some movement put into them. So the time of, we got to wait closer till then is declining. Like, got to start making moves.
But I can't say we're not in solid concrete on St. Louis, and we're not solid concrete on Florida. We're just like really outweighing it because there's pros and cons to both things for sure. I do like it down here in Florida. I'm done with Orlando in general.
Yeah, Orlando is way too much of a tourist town.
It's tourist town, but the thing is it's an hour to the beach. A little over an hour to the beach.
It's like an hour and 20.
Yeah, I was like, that's not so bad when we first moved here. We're like, oh, but that's not bad at all. We literally never go to the beach because it's so far away. If we were a little bit closer, then yeah, we would go way more often than we did because we're beach people. That's what we want to do. But those things are still in the air. I know I've been getting some comments and I've been getting some feedback from people and they're like, oh wow, you're moving back to St. Louis. And I'm like, we don't know what the hell we're doing right now. We're trying to figure that out. So I just wanted to give some clarity to that.
Yep.
So here's something funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but for the past 2 months, we've had really crappy internet. Well, we have good internet, but because I have Spectrum Business is what we run on, and it's good internet for what it is. It's 300 down and 23 up or something like that. And we started noticing within the last 2 months, it's like, man, every time Dave gets on and starts streaming, they start dropping packets, starts going crazy. We've had really intermittent deals. Sometimes I've had issues with uploads.
Yeah, there's times where you're uploading and just I'll randomly get kicked off like a Discord call or something. Like just stuff that shouldn't be happening with how good our internet is. Like it felt like our internet was garbage tier compared to what it was.
Yeah. So we went out to dinner and then we were coming back home and Dave was like, well, let's just restart the router because that's probably what it is. Router hasn't been restarted in a while. So like, all right, so we'll do that. Restart the router. That sucker does not get an IP address. It's like, nope.
Yep.
You have no internet. And I was like, this sucks. Like right before we got a stream and stuff. So I'm looking into it. I tried everything, exhausted all my options. I even went and I cleared out Windsock and all this crap that, the tech people tell you to do online. And then I was like, well, I guess I got to call tech support or I got to call Spectrum Business. And here's the thing. This is the reason why I want to talk about it, because the difference between being a residential user of internet compared to being a business is so different. I got a person immediately. I called it at 10 o'clock, 10:30 p.m. here Eastern, and somebody answered immediately. So I had that going, which is great. And then the other side of the coin is that you have text, services there if you need them. So here's the long story short. A while back, I got my my credit card was pretty much compromised. Because I think we talked about that on the show before, but, they tried to buy over $100 worth of crap at Walgreens with my card.
Of all places.
In Illinois, in the middle of Illinois. We definitely talked about that. But I went in, and I know I updated my card information, but their system did not reflect that. So as a business internet provider, you have something called it's called a soft suspension. And that's what we were on, a soft suspension. So they kind of just barely screw up, the oh my.
Oh, uh-oh.
That's all right. Dogs just came home from their baths and they're just going crazy. No.
Oh.
And it's all right. Anywho, back to what I was talking about. It wasn't getting paid basically. But what I find interesting is that they don't just shut your internet off like they do like a residential thing. Instead, they're just like, oh, passive aggressive.
Yeah.
We'll give you some. And I said, oh, so you're throttling the internet? And they go, no, we don't throttle the internet. Well, I guess it's a bad term to say.
Oh, no, yeah, that is a bad term. Like, they don't want to say they're throttling you, or there might be some weird technical difference, but what was it they said they were doing to us? They gave us limited access.
Yeah, limited access.
Yeah, so they put us on limited access, which is throttling. We weren't getting nearly what we should have been.
No.
Which is why it worked on the surface level, like Netflix, simple things. It was fine. But as soon as we entered, like with your uploads or streaming, stuff that, which is what I would consider the business class side of the internet, why we have the package we do, it would just start crapping out almost immediately.
Yeah. So what they do is they just put you on like a soft suspension. And like, hey, you know what? You should probably pay your bill. Your card is not working for whatever reason. So updated the card information, went through that, and then they were like, well, we'll send you to tech support, so we'll make sure that your router's working. And he was like, all right. He's like, do you mind if I restart your router? I was like, or your modem? I just redid all of that, and I know how long it takes. So I was like, no, I have all the solid lights. It's good to go. So that was that for the most part. It was my fault. I didn't update the payment thing, but I found that funny that it had been in suspension for 2 months, and I didn't get a single email about it.
Yeah, that's what I think is really weird. They didn't even try to contact you.
No.
It's just the like we said, the passive aggressiveness. They throttled us down, and then they marked it to where if we ever restarted the router, when it phoned home for the IP address, it would get denied. So then we had to call them.
Right.
So that's just, I guess it's easier on them than trying to reach out. They're just
I
like,
just find it funny because it's very passive aggressive.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, hey, you owe us money.
but instead of chasing people, I mean, I get that
Yeah.
from their side, like the administrative side. Instead of chasing everyone down who has a late payment, they just flip a switch and they're like, they'll come to us.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So
Well,
yeah, it sucked for us for 2 months because the
Yeah.
whole 2 months we were all complaining about the internet.
oh, yeah, solid. Like, something was always going down.
Yeah.
Like Netflix or something like that. It's real stupid. But that was the reason why streams were really spotty and problematic for the past couple months on my Twitch channel. And everybody in the house that was streaming was all affected by that.
Yep.
Today is the 11th, and I'm supposed to get, hopefully, Tech Alpha access to the new Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Ooh.
Waiting on beta, but everybody is. But so on Reddit, there's so many people that are just like bashing Microsoft for not being transparent, leaving people in the dark about the alpha access and all that stuff. But regardless, it doesn't matter. You got invited into a Tech Alpha. You don't deserve, or you're not entitled to play the Tech Alpha by a certain date and all that stuff. The game is not even out yet.
Yeah.
And there are people that are losing their minds about it and like shitting on the game and shitting on Microsoft and all this for being part of a Tech Alpha. Like, seriously, you should know what that entails. And I couldn't believe it because my email that they sent was very transparent. They're like, you'll get an update on the 11th of November. So I assume that Tech Alpha is going to be available hopefully today. So hopefully I get to play it. But I can't record it. I can't talk about it. I can just say that I'm part of the Tech Alpha. That's about it.
Yep.
So we were recording the other day. Me and Dave were. And we got things done, wrapped up. And I got an email from my old channel manager when I was with Machinima. and he's working for Twitch now. So they sent me a invite to a charity event they're doing out in San Francisco. That's the 25th of November that I'll be attending. And it's Forza Horizon 4. Yes, Forza. Horizon 4, and it's a head-to-head. I think it's like a versus with... It said there's another influencer / creator there that says TBD, so I don't even know who it is.
I guess, is this a new mode they're promoting? Like, I just thought it was kind of weird that they're going with Horizon since... I mean, that game came out, 8 months ago? Year ago? Something?
Yeah.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit, but... I mean, they're always putting stuff out for it.
That is true.
But this is... the event is hosted by Honda. So, Honda Civic... So maybe they have a new Honda Civic they're putting in the game or something. So anywho, first place winner gets $7,500 to a charity of their choice. And the runner-up, I think, is $2,500. Yeah, you get that.
Nice.
So they're going to fly me out to San Francisco, and I'll be there, I think, for a couple days. Probably one day, honestly. It's probably going to be like fly in, sleep, go do that, fly home that day.
Yeah, because and that's something I thought about the other night because we had our dates on Thanksgiving mixed up, and I was like, wait, are they doing this like during Thanksgiving? And I don't think they are, but it was just one of those things where for a moment I was like, it's very weird they would do this over a holiday, but
yeah, no, I know. So that's it's coming up, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. Moving on, you want to go into the Twitch versus Mixer thing? I know I do.
Yes. So it keeps popping up in the news. Apparently, and there's a lot of data to go over, so I'm going to be going through some stuff over here on the laptop. But another big streamer outside of Shrouded Ninja, I'd never watched him or heard of him, but King Goliathan.
King Goliathan? No.
Apparently he's big.
Mm-hmm.
Moved over to Mixer as well. He got one of the big sweet Microsoft deals where, it's an undisclosed amount. People estimate these deals are in the millions, but
oh yeah.
So with that though, people are wondering, well, since Ninja moved over, has this really affected Twitch or Mixer? How do the numbers look? And there was an article that did a deep dive on both websites' numbers, and the numbers are staggering.
Yeah, I'm looking at these charts.
Like, it's crazy how much, and unfortunately, the font on them is tiny. It's like, here we go. So, like, Twitch total hours watched Q1 of last year was, does that say millions or billions? It's in the millions, but 2,500, basically 2.5 billion hours were watched.
Yeah.
In the third quarter of this year. I don't know why it says Q1 2018. Down at the bottom of the chart, it actually says Q3 2019. But okay, so 2.5 billion hours were watched on Twitch in this last quarter. Where if you look at the these charts are being a little contradictive.
Wow, what a great segment.
There's so much data to go through. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Well, just give us the cliff notes of it.
I'm trying to find the cliff notes. This is literally a research paper on it.
I see it, but I thought you might have known how to decipher it. So basically,
I thought I did. Okay.
Basically, Twitch was great and Mixer's not.
In the long run, Twitch's audience is overwhelmingly larger than Mixer's. Mixer's making a lot of buzz. They are still a drop in the bucket for the industry. They are like below 10% of the streaming market. YouTube Gaming and Facebook, I think, are still larger than them.
Yeah.
Twitch is the dominating force. I don't see the numbers, so I could be wrong, but I believe they held over 70% of the streaming market.
Yeah.
And the amount of hours on them is crazy. Oh, here's the chart I did want to find, though. So since Ninja joined Mixer, the watch time in quarter 2 was 100 million, and then in quarter 3 it dropped down to 90.
Jeez.
The watch time went down.
Yeah, that's not good.
It peaked when Ninja went over. Like, it shot up, but then it's already going down. So his move over didn't bring anyone over. It didn't bring over really fresh eyes. With Twitch in general, though, they said the number of unique channels is dropping. So they think a lot of smaller people are, like, Mixer is growing, but the amount of eyes on it aren't. So it kind of breaks down how, yeah, a lot of new people are moving over to Mixer, but overall, like, there is just not an audience there. Like, it is such a minute number compared to Twitch. And the numbers are just insane. Like, they're in the billions. Like, billions of hours every quarter.
Yeah.
And then there's YouTube Gaming, who is just slowly crawling along. They're gaining a little each quarter, but
well, the thing is, I never was gonna make that switch over. There's no way in hell. It takes so long to get a following on Twitch as it is. Starting on a whole fresh platform is even worse.
Yeah,
it's like good luck to it, honestly.
It's in just there's not enough eyeballs there. I mean, that's the thing. Is it's like you want to provide entertainment to people, so you would want to provide it to where the most people are. And Mixer just does not have those numbers. Like, they just you're gonna get nowhere near the audience.
No, you're not. Yeah. One thing I really wanted to talk about, because it is very important, even with the people that are watching right now. If you don't know who Markiplier is one of the conglomerates here on YouTube with his gaming channel. He live stream interactive thing here on YouTube, and this applies to everybody that's watching right now in the chat. You do not spam emojis, because YouTube is deleting not only your account on YouTube, your Google account is getting absolutely removed because of that reason.
I watched his video on that because it said YouTube has a problem, and I was like, well, let's hear it. Either there's a real problem or he's just complaining because he's Markiplier.
Yeah.
And when he went into it, and there was, in the beginning, he's like, you guys are probably going to be mad about this, and I'm mad too. And I was furious. I was like, YouTube is not just suspending YouTube accounts. They are locking people out of their Google accounts for spamming an emote.
And this, to be fair, this is being done by bots.
Yes, it is. Except YouTube has not turned around and corrected it.
No.
And it was one of those where he was trying to get votes in. So he was like, guys, spam this emote if you want this. And so they did that. There are his emotes on his channel. And the bots are like, if that happened to me and I got locked out of my email, that is damaging to my life. Like, dude, I can't get into my bank accounts.
No.
All that is just it. Like, you can't do anything without your email.
Yeah, and usually your Google stuff's attached to everything that's on your personal, like, phone or whatever. Yeah. That's an absolute massive problem. So do not spam emotes or emojis. Because that is, I think it was like one that had like, how many, it was like 10 in a row, and that got them banned. Yeah. It's like 10, the same one in a row. Because if you didn't see the video, he had a paddle for like, go this way or choose this and this. It was interactive. Yeah. And people would spam that color paddle, and then they would get their entire Google account absolutely removed. It's insane.
I can't even imagine how bad that, because like you said, in today's
they must have
internet,
just turned that on, because I'll tell you this, I've been to many YouTube live streams and I've seen people spam the hell out of emojis, and it wasn't a problem. They were always there.
Yeah.
This must have recently been turned on.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. And with it being built into YouTube where it's not like a bot feature, that is insane.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
Another YouTube issue I was watching. Some people are making a big, huge thing about it, but we kind of, I don't think we touched on it briefly on the show, but the whole COPPA, C-O-P-P-A, that's the whole issue. Not an issue, but basically starting in January 1st of 2020, the FCC is basically like, YouTube, you're going to have to, basically, when we make an upload, we're going to have to say, is this targeted towards children, yes or no? And if it is no, it's like a $40,000 fine per video. If it deems that it is targeting children, whatever. Now, here's the thing. I think that it's good to stop people from exploiting children, from, taking advantage of a younger audience. which we've seen big YouTubers here on the YouTube platform doing. But the thing is, it's gonna cause a problem.
It is, but you got to understand what they mean by children,
right?
Because I think some people get worried. They're like
below 13 or something.
Yeah, they're like, well, if I make a GTA video, which I'm not making for kids, and a bunch of kids are watching it, like, am I going to get in trouble?
Yeah, it's bad parenting.
Well, yeah, what they're talking about is like the unboxing videos where it's a kid in the video opening up toys, and this is content made for children, like 5, 6, 7 years old. But in those videos, they're also pushing like channel merch and other stuff, and it's a problem because kids that young don't know, and they are heavily influenced by it. So I think it's a good thing.
Every single person, like it's every single time we go out and do something with kids are so involved with YouTube and any kind of live streaming culture and things like that. They're just so hooked into it that personally on my channel, I do not cater to children. I never have. The only thing I started doing was and it's funny because I just did a whole compilation of like LSPDFR from 2015 to now. And my God, I cussed so much back then. And now I'm like, maybe I'd cuss once in a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, off air or not recording, I cuss quite a bit in my personal life. But I've been able to turn that off because here's the thing. YouTube is a platform that I am being hosted on. I'm going to play by their rules.
Yeah.
I'm not making an outcry about it. I'm not entitled. I'm not like, you owe me a place to upload my videos and make money and have a life and a career off of this. You owe it to me. It's not there. So I don't get where that part of it comes from, because there's a lot of people that are like, this platform, I deserve and I'm owed this, and it's like, dude, no.
Well, and a lot of people, they just don't understand the concept of a private service, because a lot of people are like, free speech. They shouldn't demonetize me for swearing because of free speech.
Right.
It's a private company, a private service. You are choosing to use it. You agree to their terms, their policies. You have to play by their rules. They have every right to deny you and kick you off the platform.
Yeah, and when you have somebody who's like, they're gonna cuss throughout their whole thing and say everything, or they're gonna say something hateful or whatever, and they get demonetized and they make a big huge deal about it. The thing is, you are lucky to be on the platform that gives you the. If it wasn't for YouTube's platform, I wouldn't be anything. There's no way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe I would have trudged through Twitch or something, but regardless, I don't have that entitlement of like this. Every video of mine that goes up and I upload it always has to be monetized. I'm owed money for everything I do uploading to YouTube. And I see that argument so many times where people are like, demonetize, everything's got to be monetized. And it's like, YouTube's saying you can still make a video, whatever you want to do. They're not deleting it off of their platform. You're just not going to get paid for it. So if you want to get a message out there, whatever it may be, do it, and don't expect money for it if it's against their guidelines and what they want on their service. Because I learned that very quickly. I was like, why am I getting demonetized? Well, it's because the apocalypse was happening, one. But two, I was cussing quite a bit in those videos, and in the first 30 seconds, if the bot hears, shit or whatever, it's going to go, no.
Yep.
Kicks it out. So all I had to do was just stop cussing as much. And I do. But also, it's very weird when I was editing that. I was like, oh, man. Oh, wow. There's an F-bomb there? What? I don't do that much anymore. I think it also becomes just, as you get older, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do that, where they start out like just, it's freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want. And then realization kicks in and you go, okay, there are a lot of people watching it. And this isn't even about kids. This is older people, people that just don't want to cuss in their lives or whatever. And I respect that. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to dial it back. And I've been dialing it back and dialing it back and dialing it back. And it works right now. I don't have any issues with YouTube and It's been fantastic.
Well, that and I wouldn't hold it against any content creator to even if it came down to say the monetization to where like is a business from the business side of things. If you have to dial it back, great. I mean, people are entitled. I shouldn't say entitled.
Yeah.
If you want YouTube to be your career, then it's kind of like the playing by the rules things. But I don't think anyone should be held against that if you are wanting to play by the rules. Now, if you don't want to play by the rules and you're complaining, that's a little different. Then that entitlement comes in where you're like, well, I should be able to say what I want. It's like, well, you still got to do what they want.
Well, when I started YouTube in 2012, it was the Wild West there. You could just kind of do whatever the hell you wanted to. And then people learned what Google AdSense was because I remember seeing YouTube videos in like 2007, 2008. They're like, you can make money from YouTube, from work from home and all this stuff. And I was like, what are you providing? What is this? And they're like, you can just make videos and you make money off of these views off the videos. And it slowly like became what it is now, but there's so much more involved. We have MCNs, we have, all this stuff that is changed the platform. So when they go, hey, we have to do things this way, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do whatever it takes because it's not my platform. I'm not entitled to a penny of every video I upload. I'm not entitled to a penny. If a video gets demonetized, it is what it is. I have plenty of them demonetized, and I didn't get that upset about it because I go, okay, fair enough. I mean, I cussed a lot, so
yep.
If an advertiser doesn't want that, then that's fine. But I'm fine with that. So I don't feel like and that's the thing that happens though with some creators that I've worked with. I've seen it happen to them where every single thing they do that has to be monetized in their life. It's like, whoa, man, it's okay. It's okay to make a video and not get paid from it.
Well, I
did it for years.
Like, I kind of understand the frustration for like certain videos that are more production, where
Right.
if you put planning into it, you have a team. Like you're,
it's a real problem.
And you're putting investment into it, and then you upload it and it gets demonetized. I understand that frustration, but also it's one of those things where I feel like if you're putting production behind it. Again, it's the play by the rules thing. Now, when the apocalypse was happening, a lot of people didn't know the rules.
No, you don't know them.
Because unfortunately, YouTube doesn't explain it. So the collective of creators kind of have to figure it out, and then word kind of gets spread around from creator to creator till people kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so as long as you know the rules and you're doing a production, it's on you. Like it really is. The ones that make actual produced videos outside of gaming and all that, like I've seen some of them complain where they'll like, I spent 2 months on this and spent $12,000 to produce this video, and we had 1 million views and we were demonetized and lost every penny. And it's like,
that sucks.
Why didn't you take a step back at one point and go, is any of this going to affect it? Like, why didn't you make that part of the process?
When it first happened and those bots just went crazy, they were demonetizing, for no reason. For no reason at all. And it affected a lot of people that do YouTube as a business. And I was involved in that for sure. And I was like, oh, this really sucks. Everything's getting demonetized. Even things like a vlog, just hanging out, doing nothing, no cussing, nothing inappropriate. Just talking to a camera was boom, demonetized, and you don't know the reason why that was happening. The reason why I bring this up is when I was in Colorado, the whole issue with one of my videos. So it was an LSPDFR video, and it was called Breast Cancer Awareness because it was a breast cancer awareness car, and it was October. So it's like, okay, that's a good title. No, you can't say the word breast in a title on YouTube. Now, I didn't know that because I was like, well, it's breast cancer awareness. Obviously, you would go, okay, well, that makes sense. We're not talking about something else. We're talking about breast cancer awareness. That did not happen. So it got demonetized. So all I had to do was just go in. I went into the title. I just changed it to BCA Patrol, and boom, it was fine. So it just doesn't like the word breast. But I know that now because I watched that Nerd City video.
Yeah, the one I told you about.
Yes, and there's a guy that devotes his time to going through and uploading videos and checking to see what the bots actually flag. And I know you can donate to them. It's very helpful for new creators to try to understand what's going on. That's for certain. But no, it's one of those things where I've learned to play by the rules, and it's worked out. It's been fine. I don't see it changing. I see it getting more tight over time for show.
So real quick, I want to just touch back on this because I didn't want to go into it too much. I know the problem that's currently happening with our live viewers.
Yeah.
Our laptop is pegged at 100% CPU.
Oh, lovely.
It is struggling to keep up. So I got to do some IT work after this.
Yeah.
I apologize to those watching live.
Yes.
I will have this sorted by next week.
You are recording locally, though.
Yes, which I think that is where
it's
the issue
a problem.
Is. So,
yep.
Like I said at the beginning, seems like there's something every week, but we're going to get this figured out. So, yeah. Just wanted to apologize real quick to those watching, and for those listening.
You don't know what's happening.
If you don't know what's going on, but if you ever do want to catch us live, you can on YouTube Mondays at 3.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't be an absolute shit show.
I'll get it figured out
because this is the first time because you want to record locally, because it's you can cut it up and do whatever you have to do to it for post.
Yep,
that makes sense. You want to go into gaming news?
Yeah, go ahead and hit gaming news real quick. There has been. Real quick, I'm reading over my notes. Okay, so Red Dead Redemption 2 launched on PC this week, and unfortunately, it was followed with a ton of problems. So when it launched, this is insane. There has been massive frame rate issues across the board for all graphics cards and all processors. People with 2080s. Jeez. A RTX 2080 and a 9900K Intel processor. That is god tier hardware. Are having frame rate issues.
Yeah,
on Red Dead.
I downloaded it. I have not played it yet, so I don't know if it's going to be a problem. I know some people have had issues with it, like creating problems with their graphics drivers, which I don't understand how that could even be possible.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Oh.
Dog is whining. It's just
the puppies are up to something. But yeah, so outside of that, their launcher had problems. Day one, it was crashing randomly. People were saying the average playtime they could get was a half hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes the launcher wouldn't work. It was just a mess, and it's selling very well. The game, when the game works. Absolutely beautiful, incredibly amazing, but they've put some patches out, so they are actively working to fix it. But just if you haven't got it yet, just be a little warned that there could be possibly some issues.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I want to get that. I want to get Call of Duty because Call of Duty actually looks really good this time around.
Yes,
real good.
So. That is actually next what I wanted to mention. So the new Call of Duty is the best Call of Duty in 6 years. It made over $500 million in its first week, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or first few days. It's outsold the last several Call of Duties. More people are playing it. And a lot of people were kind of wondering, if it was going to be good or not. And the thing is, they actually listened on this one. It's crazy that it's selling well, but they did what people want. I mean, it's not crazy. I meant that as sarcasm. It did come across that way. The idea of not having loot boxes, not having the microtransactions, not getting rid of the paywalls, having a single player campaign that is actually very good, considered the best single player campaign in 10 years almost. Yeah, that's going to make the game sell. So the CEO of EA was famously quoted a year or two ago saying, no one wants single-player campaigns. Our data shows no one wants single-player.
Baloney.
So when Black Ops 4 came out, we both got it.
Yeah.
0 single-player. It was nothing but multiplayer. We played it, for 3 days and then never again?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I was excited about it. It was fun, but I did not like the cartoony look of it at all. It was like playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But no, the new one is selling incredible. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And because of that, I'm actually tempted to get it. I've always been like, I'm done with Call of Duties. They're all the same. They're all the same. This one apparently is a breath of fresh air. Like, it's on a new engine.
It looks real good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's on a new engine. It controls different. A lot of people are saying, like, well, why did the World War II one that came out do bad compared to this? And some of the people online, I don't, this is just people's opinions, but they were saying that the last one that came out, it was still on the older engine. It controlled 100% the same. So it was literally just like visually different. It was the same game, where this one, everything is different and tweaked, and it's just a better experience compared to the others. So I don't know. I haven't played it, but apparently it is a great game.
But with Red Dead, the mod scene is gaining momentum.
Oh, yeah.
GTA 5, if you go to GTA 5 mods, at the top they already have a red thing, and the Red Dead one, and you go to that, and there's already like script hook, and they have a trainer out already.
So yeah, I was going through them, and the first couple mods that came out were like character mods, or I shouldn't say a couple. There was one that was a character mod, and then there was some a visual pack. So you could already improve the visuals. The game is already stunningly beautiful, but the like third mod that came out for the game was a visual pack to make it look even better.
Yeah.
But it was
a reshade.
Yeah, it was a shader pack. But within, I think it was almost 24 to 36 hours, the first script hook came out. And for those that don't do any modding or understand what that is, script hook is what makes mods possible. It is that middleman to writing a mod code to communicate with the game. So once a script hook comes out, anyone can start making mods.
Right.
And so the first script hook came out almost immediately, and following that within like 12 hours, there was already the first version of a trainer out. So now you can go in and you can free roam the camera. You can teleport around the map. You can no clip through things. You can turn into animals. Like, there's videos of people being like the birds and just flying around the map, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the mod scene hit the ground running. Within 48 hours, people were already doing a ton of stuff with the game.
Which is crazy, because 5M said that 1 month after it was released, they would have a working version of it.
Yes.
So we'll have some Red Dead RP servers before the end of the year.
Well, and it's funny because I knew the mod scene was going to be quick, and on Twitter, 5M, who makes the technology to have private GTA servers,
right,
they're going to be offering their Red M servers, or they said they would offer it unless something got in the way. So I had been following them on Twitter pretty actively, and it was through them that I even found out that mods were already coming out, because they immediately, I don't know how they did it. These guys are geniuses. They imported a helicopter handling script onto a hot air balloon. So they were flying a hot air balloon around in Red Dead as a helicopter.
Yeah, there's one mission that you use the hot air balloon. Oh, I think 2. No, it was only 1.
Well,
one mission.
And they took that and turned it into a helicopter, and they were flying it around with helicopter physics. So they're already getting their hooks deep into Red Dead. Mm-hmm. And that's got me excited, because that means private servers are going to be a thing. They're going to happen. OCRP is going to have one.
Yeah.
We still got to figure out details on that, but I don't know.
It's the Wild
West. I'm just going to turn the server on and be like, and people are going to be like, what are the rules? I'm like, what rules? Go shoot each other. No.
Yeah, bank heists and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it'll be fun to be like a lawman. Be like, you have like a APB for somebody, and they're out.
Yeah.
Well, wanted. We'll say a person's wanted.
Honestly, I haven't even discussed this with you, but I don't have a problem with just letting the community decide that stuff. If they want to put bounties on each other, go for it.
Exactly. No, I think that'll be a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah. But so yeah, the Red Dead's some exciting stuff. So if those of you are on the fence about it and you're not sure if you want to buy it, I mean, private servers are going to be out in the next 3 weeks probably.
Yeah.
If you want to wait that out to see if you still want it, that's up to you. But at this point, I went ahead and got it. I'm looking into trying to figure out how to make my own mods with it because I've done GTA stuff. It translates over almost the same, but yeah, it's what it is. So
I'm excited for that.
moving on, though.
Yeah. I'm excited for it, though.
Yes. And this other news is just in here just to have something to talk about. But despite all the controversy with Blizzard, they did BlizzCon. Protests were at a minimum. They said most people at the event didn't even notice them. So I'm not even going to talk about the protest stuff.
Yeah. But Overwatch 2.
They announced Overwatch 2.
Which is crazy.
Which it looks really good. It's more co-op based. So it's like missions that are based around parties. So kind of like the special events, like the Halloween event where you would team up with 3 other people and you would have to like accomplish a goal.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of Overwatch 2 is going to be.
I'm just happy to have new maps. I'm tired of traveling to Hanamura or the same ones over and 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 over for since 2016.
Well,
I'm ready for new maps.
So that's the best thing though is so with 2 coming out, there's new maps. There's going to be a new hero or champion. I forget what they even call them in
Heroes.
Overwatch.
Well,
Hero.
I don't know.
Every one of these MOBA style games, like they call them something, but so there's a new one already confirmed or already out. I think another one's been confirmed, but all that's being pushed over to Overwatch 1. Because Overwatch 1 is still the esports branch of the game, where 2 is kind of going to be more different play styles and like some updated stuff. But because of that esports branch, they're going to be moving all of that into 1. So we already have Overwatch 1, and I don't know if 2 is going to be a separate purchase or if it's just an add-on. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But
I would assume it'd be a separate purchase.
Yeah,
and it'd be
that's what
fine.
I'm
It's
assuming.
been since 2016. I mean, like it's
and I don't have complaints about that.
Overwatch gets updates all the time.
Yeah. But in Overwatch 1, we are going to get that content. We're going to get the new maps, the new people. So I kind of want to get back into Overwatch. It's been a bit for me. It's been probably 5 months.
Yeah, it's been about the same for me.
Yeah.
Last time we played it, got destroyed.
This game probably is not up your wheelhouse. For me, I am excited about this. Blizzard also announced Diablo 4.
On PC or mobile?
PC.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I remember that. And it's a mobile game. And people are like, boo.
After last year's disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the video of the developer up there. Yeah, and he's like, and it's mobile, and everyone starts booing. He's like, don't you guys have phones? And everyone's just still booing. Like, no one cared.
No, not at all.
No, this one is PC. They put out a cinematic trailer for it, which is
They had to do this.
beautiful.
They had to do this since last year.
Oh, yeah.
They pissed off so many fans of Diablo. and this is going to clean that up, I think.
And Diablo kind of gets overlooked because it's one of those where the game comes out, people buy it, they play it. It doesn't get a lot of updates and traction years later like Overwatch does or like some of their other games. But Diablo is one of their most successful franchises. It sells in stupid numbers. It is it's a powerhouse to them. Like when they put out Diablo 3, everyone I knew bought Diablo 3. Everyone I know played it. And the thing is, once you finish the game, you kind of move on. So it's not one of those games you can just play and play and play and play. But with 4, I'm excited. Like I really want it. I really want it. And I'm going to probably put a lot of time into it.
You know what's crazy is that SpaceX, they launched today, a couple hours ago.
What? One more time?
Falcon 9, SpaceX.
Oh, they just did a launch?
Yeah, it was a few hours ago.
Oh, that's a weird transition,
but
okay.
I know, but I just thought of that because I just looked out at the sky and I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, there's a launch today. And it's probably already happened.
Okay. Diablo trying to kill the devil. SpaceX.
Yeah. You can tell how much I am into Diablo.
Yeah, like I said, I know it's not something you would be really excited about, but like Diablo 1 and 2 were major when I was in high school. Me and my friends played them nonstop. The dungeon crawler stuff like that. That's when PC gaming was like real-time strategy and dungeon crawlers dominated the PC space. So yeah, Diablo holds a special place in my heart.
I will tell you, it's been very difficult to not get Death Stranding yet.
Yes.
I guess I'm going to hold out for PC, but we are going to get it on PS4 and play it because it looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Well, it was the other morning. We were in the living room all having coffee, and I put on Jacksepticeye because he was the first person I saw who put a video out.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to watch it, but I want to know a little bit about the game because I knew nothing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
The trailers are so confusing. The game is beautiful.
Yeah.
But
when you watch some of that gameplay, you're just like, oh my God, I want to play this. I got to know. I have to know. It's like watching a movie. It's like an interactive movie. Like I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
But whoo-wee.
Like,
it wasn't like, I don't know. Whenever it first was announced, it's like, okay, it's another like game that's coming out. It's going to be awesome. I don't know if I'll play it. And then as it just was released, it's like, oh my God, okay, it's released. I'll see some gameplay of it. And I did, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
This is a must-play game of the year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It looks amazing.
Well, it just like I'm a tech nerd, so the behind the scenes stuff, like I find that stuff so impressive on games like that because, like, I know how games are made. A lot of other people might know how games are made. A game like that, it's not made like other games. It is insane the technology they use. And Hideo Kojima, the creator of it, he was also the person behind the Metal Gear Solid series.
Right, yeah.
So he can produce amazing games and stories. When he did this, I know he's in it. We saw him in the footage, but I'm trying to think how to say his name correctly. Guillermo del Toro?
Maybe. Del Toro?
Del Toro, yeah. The director.
Yeah.
Who makes movies. He did Pan's Labyrinth, all these other movies that have amazing visual effects.
Right.
So he is a visual effects powerhouse teaming up with a game creator powerhouse. I saw that behind the scenes. All of the character stuff, they did full motion capture in blue screen environments. And I mean the suits that have the multi-hundred points, facial capturing. Mm-hmm. They went all out. They did scans of the actors. Every character in the game is an actual actor, and it looks like them. It's insane what they put into this. Like, and they did it in like 2 or 3 years, which is even crazier. Like, I don't know how they pulled that off. Other studios try and put a game out. It takes them 5 years, and they don't even get anywhere close to that level of like visual stunningness that they pulled off.
Yeah. No, it looks absolutely incredible, and I'm gonna have to play it. It's gonna be a must.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want the new flight simulator. I just want to fly it. That's all. I can't show it or anything like that, but I just want to fly it. I just want to know.
I remember when you told me you're like, I'm going to get access. You're like, I can't show anyone. I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You're like,
I can
just
say
so
that
excited.
I'm in Tech Alpha. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
That's it.
Neither
Which
can
sucks.
confirm nor deny.
Can neither confirm or deny I'm in Tech Alpha 1
you just
and 2.
Just do a video like that. I can neither confirm nor deny this is in the game.
No, because people are going to want to know, what are the flight dynamics like? What's this like? What's this like? Those are all questions that I have myself, but I'm not going to be able to say it.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to violate a Microsoft NDA.
I would strongly recommend you don't. Their legal team is
Yeah. Here's the thing, though.
mean.
It's the internet, and some of the people that have been selected for the Tech Alpha, I guarantee you somebody's going to leak something.
Well, and this is what I don't get. So let's say you did decide you wanted to leak this for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Game studios pay attention to that. If you leak Flight Sim, the next studio is going to be like, this is the guy that leaked their game. We're not going to contact him. Like, you're shooting yourself in the head by doing that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I can see it'll be a person that will be in the Tech Alpha. They'll record it or something, and they'll upload it to a bullshit account on YouTube. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Except these companies are smart, and they put stuff on screen that can identify who you are.
Right.
And when you're just flying around and there's like something off in the corner and you don't know what that is or what that means, you think it's a version number of maybe a game build.
Right.
Yeah, it's a game build that could be very specific to you.
So you know what a DX diag is? Like it's like an XML file that has like all your information of your computer and all that stuff and how it works. And that was part of the Tech Alpha selection process. I had to upload my DX diag to them. So they have all that information. They're going to know down to everything on your PC.
So I haven't seen it, and neither of you don't have it yet.
Right.
I'm going to be very curious when you get it and install it if there is like a version number in the corner of the screen.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
Because I would bet that number is a hash of something that connects you to that build. So if you were to show it, they could punch that number in their system and know exactly who it is. I would almost guarantee that. Just because that is smart design.
I like this song. I'm going to play it again because I liked it so much. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up. We'll see you guys next Monday. Remember, you can follow us on Spotify, Roommates Podcast.
Yep, we're also on Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts as well, and Roommates Podcast. Not just Roommates Podcast.
Yep.
And then follow us on Twitter, Roommates Cast. That'll do it for us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.